believe in yourself? Huh? Who else gon' believe in you? Who else gon' believe in you? Who else gon' believe in you? Believe in yourself, yeah. Who else gon' believe in you? Who else gon' believe in you? Who else gon' believe in you?
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Another episode of the Manny Hall Show. We're about to get it in. I have my guest today, Butter Kind. Yeah, she's gonna share some really great things with you, but most of all, you're gonna share some of her journey and really be able to get it in and see how she got to where she is. Not gonna be able to say everything tonight, but for some of the stuff, you'll really be able to see, get a glimpse of her life and all the big things that she's doing here in the city of Cleveland and worldwide. So y'all, this episode is getting ready to start. Y'all get excited, y'all can get motivated, get encouraged. Let's get it in the Manny Hall Show. We out. Hey sis, how are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. Please tell the people who you are and what you do.
I'm Butter, known as Butter Kind. I'm an artist, Cleveland artist, soon to be worldwide artist.
That's what's up.
I do several aspects of art. So I work with glass, I create customized glassware. I crochet, I sew, I knit, I cook. You name it, I'll try it.
That's what's up. So what made you get started? Like, how did that passion develop?
My passion for art has always been there. I've been an artist since I was little. I had been drawing. I started off drawing. Never really went to an art school. Well, around 5th grade, I lived in Pittsburgh, so I did attend Rogers, which is a creative and performing arts school in Pittsburgh. After that, I had moved to Cleveland and just went to regular school systems.
Okay.
But the passion for art has always been there. That's been my first love. As far as creating things for people and selling things, it's always been in my spirit, but it really grew deeper and more serious when I was in a darker part of my life, when I was married. So that's when my sales got bigger.
Gotcha. So walk me through that journey. So, you know, there were some dark times that happened, some pain.
Yeah.
And so that really brought out the creativity?
It did. My mother always made me keep myself busy.
Okay.
She would say, don't sit around, don't mope.
Yeah.
You keep yourself moving, keep yourself busy. So I went through a very abusive marriage. It was a long, drawn-out time in my life. So what I would do to keep my mind settled and to find my place, my peaceful place, I would create things. I started off crocheting. I started off making scarves. And I was like, okay, who's gonna buy just a scarf?
Yeah.
And I would make a hat. My mom walked me through it. I was making hats, so I would literally sit on my couch or stay in my bedroom until it was time to, for my kids to come home from school or whatnot. And I would make things, and people started complimenting them and starting to purchase them. So it started really small. And each time something drastic happened in my life, I would create something different. So I think it kind of encouraged my creativity and pushed me to do more because I was determined to get out of my situation with my children. So it always provided extra income, and it always kept my mind busy. It gives me a sense of peace.
Gotcha. And it's really interesting that you didn't allow those things to really stop you, but you pushed forward even through the pain.
Because it helps. It helps. It takes that away. It's almost like yoga, where you're meditating, and so it kind of settles your mind and keeps your mind busy. Your hands are busy, almost like a singer.
Yeah.
Where when they're going through the roughest time, you notice they have some of their best albums. So I guess some of my roughest times, I would create some of my best work.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, with everything that you're doing, like, how do you find this balance?
I don't have a choice.
Gotcha.
It's rough. It's harder than it looks.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have a choice. I'm a single mom. I have 3 boys that I'm raising that are watching me very closely. Mm-hmm. They depend on me.
Yeah.
And if I do not do something, if I stop, their world stops.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel as though I don't have a choice. So I have to get up and go to work. No matter how sick I feel, no matter how sad I feel, I have to get up and go to work.
So is that the same thing that kind of motivates you as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
My kids are my biggest inspiration. And then they cheer me on. They're the coolest boys ever.
Right. Shout out to the boys.
Yes, definitely shout out to my boys. I have 3 3 beautiful, handsome, skilled, athletic young men.
Wow.
So they really push me every day, and they're definitely my inspiration to do everything that I do, what I create. And so you have to keep pushing.
So what was your first project that you worked on? It was like, man, this is dope. I'm about to do this for real.
It was my hats and scarves. So I
Okay.
did like some beanie hats, and I had some fingerless gloves that I made. I made up my own little pattern, and I started wearing them because it was my style.
Yeah.
It was what I have, like a kind of laid back, cozy, comfortable, but cutesy style.
Okay.
And so when I made those, I was like, yeah, these are kind of cool. And then I would get compliments
Yeah.
on them, and they were like, oh, I want some. And every time I heard that word, well, can I get some? I'll pay for it if you make it.
Yeah.
That's it. It was
Right.
over from there. So it was definitely the beanie hats, the crochet beanie hats, and fingerless gloves.
Gotcha. Now, do you allow the boys to help you with the business?
They do. I did airbrush tattoos for a while.
Okay.
I still do sometimes. I did a lot of parties. So certain things like crocheting, dad's like, nah, ma, that ain't go down.
Right.
But my airbrush tattoos, I trained each of them as they got older. If they were too young to do it, they had to help with the business. Like if I did a show, they would hand me my stuff, help clean up, set up, break down,
Yeah.
Handle the money. So yes, I definitely train them to take over whatever it is that I'm doing if they can do it.
Oh, that's what's up.
They have to.
I love
Train to keep.
that. I love that. Now, while you're on your journey, like what and who inspires you to keep going when times do get rough?
When I look at the situation I feel like I put myself in and my children in, because of my decisions, not that everything is my fault, but it is my life.
Yeah.
I feel as though they didn't ask to be here. They did not put themselves in this situation. I did. So looking at their faces, it's hard for me to watch them suffer because of choices that I made in life.
Gotcha.
And seeing how God blesses me every time I'm in such a rut that I could be at my wit's end on my last penny, and then a big blessing will come over through us. You know, I'll either create something great, you know, someone will purchase something big, or something drastic will happen.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's like, okay, God, I see you. I know you're here with me.
Yeah.
My boys are here with me. They're doing good. They're still smiling. They're getting what they need. And so that's kind of like, all right, don't stop.
Gotcha.
You can't stop this. You have to keep going.
I love that. And it's like with all the creativity that we all have, like whether you're an author, you draw, you paint, in your case, you're making all these great, amazing things. It's like you don't have no excuses. There's so many people that are working a regular job and they want to get out and they want to do something different, but they sit around and wait for it to happen. It sounds like you're making it happen.
Because I can't wait. I hate being broke, first of all.
I feel
Second
that.
of all, my boys are humongous. If you see pictures of them, they're big.
So they like to eat too.
They like to eat. They're athletes.
Yeah,
They play
for
basketball,
sure. Yeah.
Other sports. So it's like, you know, if I don't do it, no one else will. They don't really have a father to lean on. So this is all up to me.
Yeah.
So it's definitely pushes. My mom always told me, make it happen. And she says, you know, God blesses you to use your blessings.
Right.
And so you don't have a reason to just sit around and mope and wonder what's going to happen tomorrow. You have to make it work. So
I love that because, you know, it says in the word, faith without works is dead. And it's like, you know, with all of us, like, sometimes I always tell people, especially entrepreneurs, they say, man, I'm just waiting. It's like, man, sometimes God waiting on you.
right.
You know, because, like, you have been given knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And it's like, if you're not going to use that, then some of them really great ideas, because it's like sometimes you'll hear people say, man, I saw this person doing this stuff on TV. I had that same idea 3 years ago.
Right.
You ain't do nothing with it.
Nope.
So it's like that idea was passed to somebody else who's going to do something with it, you know?
Exactly. So, but you got to keep moving too, because not everything is going to work. You
Yeah,
know, what
that's
they say,
right.
out of a million no's, you have to get a yes somewhere.
Yeah.
So I keep trying things. They say, you know, Butter, what don't you do? It's not what don't I do. It's what I won't try.
Gotcha.
And I will try anything. And the moment it doesn't work, I'm going to move on to something else.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't working. We need to push this aside, reevaluate, reset, and try something else.
Yeah.
So,
Now, what would you say to that single mom or even married mom that, you know, she has a family to take care of, but at the same time she realized she has a passion to do her business as well?
There comes a time where you have to sacrifice, but you have to be the one to be comfortable with that sacrifice and make a decision. I would say don't let anyone feed into her any type of negativity. That if it's something, you know, boiling that deep within inside her, you have to give it a try.
Yeah.
Step out on faith, but yet make sure that, you know, you lock in your promises. Meaning, I can't just leave my job. You know, that's my security. That's what really the base of taking care of my children at home.
Right.
So somewhere you have to sacrifice something, whether it's going out kicking it, whether it's your extra shopping, because if that's something you really want, it's going to pay off later. So just go for it. Go for it and keep those around you that support you. Sometimes it's hard to let go of those that we so used to being around us, but they're really holding us back. And it's lonely. It gets lonely sometimes.
Yeah.
I can't go out with a lot of my friends like I want to sometimes. But like I always say, you can't go out kicking it and celebrate something if you didn't accomplish something. So
say that again.
You have to.
Yeah.
I can't be out taking drinks,
Right.
spending money. Money's time. Time is money.
Yeah.
So I can't be out drinking and celebrating something and I didn't accomplish my goals yet.
Right. I love
So they will still be there. The bar is still there.
Yeah.
You know, special occasions you take a step out, but at some point you have to think about what is your goal and what are you trying to do with your life. You're not going to get there if you don't bust your ass and do it.
Yeah, you got to.
So, you know, I would say just keep pushing, because as long as you have faith, keep praying and help yourself and do something about it. You can't sit around and wait for something to come to you. You have to keep going for it.
That's
and
it.
God is going to help you.
That's it. Now, what about those individuals, they are scared out of their mind? Like, what would you suggest? Should they just do it scared, or should they wait for things to be perfect?
If you're not scared, then it's not real. I'm scared shitless. Right now, I have a show coming up on Saturday, and my nerves are getting worse and worse the closer I get right now. You're always scared.
Yeah.
Every singer is nervous on stage.
Yeah.
Every artist is nervous before they're showing. So you have to be scared, or it wouldn't be a risk. You're risking something every single time. You're risking your response. You're risking failure. But you've already failed if you didn't try.
I love that.
So I refuse to fail. Some things may not work. That's a stumble.
Yeah.
But when I just quit, that's failure.
That's what's up.
And my boys fail if I fail. And that's not an option in my house.
Yeah. I
So
love
keep
that.
going.
So it's like you are pushing so hard and you're being such a great example. No, does it get hard sometimes to continue to be that great example for the boys? Because it's like they're looking at mom like, man, she is superwoman.
It's always hard. It's always hard. I still have breakdowns like everyone else.
Yeah.
I talk to a lot of women who are going through stuff, and I have to let them know this ain't easy.
Yeah.
And I don't know what everyone else sees, because in the mirror I see my flaws, I see my bad times, my sad times. You can go through what you consider depressing moments. I still have breakdowns at home.
Yeah.
I cry sometimes when it's hard. I can't always make some of my bills. Sometimes I'm doing really, really great. The post office doesn't pay as much as you think it does. So it gets rough.
Yeah.
It gets really rough, and it's always hard. But if it's not hard, it's not worth it.
Right.
Because nothing is easy, and if it's that easy, it's not going to really last.
Yeah.
Because you have to work hard to maintain it.
Yeah.
So either way, it's going to be rough. It's always hard. But just like working out, that's when you push even harder. That's when
Oh, man, I know about that because I'm trying to lose this belly button. So I know about that.
It's always rough.
Yeah.
But like I said, you have to find that type of support, and that whatever's going to push you. What is your reasoning? And you know, do you see yourself there?
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that drive, then maybe that's not the thing. That's not your it.
Yeah. So that why you're doing it is extremely important.
Exactly. Why are you doing it? Where are you trying to go? Do you really want it? How bad do you want it?
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have your times where you're discouraged, so you take a break. Sometimes you have to reset. Sit back and reevaluate what you're doing.
Yeah.
Is this worth it? What am I trying to do? What am I doing wrong? Don't be afraid to speak up and speak out.
Yeah.
God puts people in your life for a reason, I really believe. And sometimes people cross your path, rather it's their season for just a day. or for the rest of your life. But you have to take advantage of those moments. You have to be verbal. You have to be a little aggressive with what you want. And, you know, if it's not working, you got to just keep pushing or trying something else.
Yeah. And I think sometimes it's hard to let go of those things because you want it so badly and you feel like it's just going to work. And, you know, for instance, it made me kind of think about like network marketing companies. And, hey, I'm not against it. Everybody got to do what they got to do. But sometimes it's like you get in because of the money aspect. Like, yeah, you can do this and you can be traveling all around the world and doing this. And then you don't really have a passion and a desire for that thing. But it's like you're only doing it because you've heard of how many benefits that you can get out of it. But again, like you're saying, it's not deep down inside of you. So most of the time it's not going to last. So you see friends that's doing it and they suggest that you get in and they want you to come to a meeting and doing this and doing that. But it's like a couple of months later, they're not even in it.
You can't do something you don't believe in.
Yeah.
That's not believing in it. That's just wanting something really quick.
Right.
If you don't have a passion for it, you can't sell it. You can't sell something you're not comfortable with.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't wear a lot of makeup, so I would never be a Mary Kay representative. I can't sell you mascara and foundation because I don't put it on my face. So how am I
Gotcha.
going to be able to convince you that you're more beautiful with foundation if I don't wear it myself?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm all, you know, if I'm 500 pounds and I can't even walk a mile, how am I going to make you work out? How are you going to follow me?
Yeah.
So you have to definitely believe in what you have. You have to want it yourself. So it has to be a part of you because you have to live and breathe it.
Yeah.
I live and breathe my art. My art is such my passion that I would still be doing it if I wasn't making money.
I love that.
So at somewhere you have to implement that and what you really want to do in life. So just go for it.
Now, can you think of one of your favorite pieces that you've made in the past year or two? That you just was really excited, like, man, wow, look at this one.
Two things. It's my glass work, first of all.
Okay.
I think I definitely improved so much over time. I look at it, sometimes I make pieces and I go, damn, like, good job, girl.
Right.
And another thing was this new item.
Okay.
What I created that no one knows about until Saturday.
Okay.
I woke up on the 3rd of January and I was tossing and turning all night. When I woke up that morning, I said, I got it. I have this. I have to go make it like right now. I went to the store. I was late for work getting my stuff. And I came home right after work and I made it. And I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, like this is exactly what I had envisioned. A lot of times you make it and you kind of keep fixing it and tweaking it. This came out exactly how I wanted it to. And then for some reason it got me so excited. I said there has to be something more about this.
Wow.
The reason why my soul is just so awake with it. So this new item is definitely something I'm proud of myself with.
And they're going to see this at the show.
And they will see this at the show on Saturday.
Okay. I interviewed a couple of weeks ago this guy that was a painter. And I've been saying this for a couple of weeks now since I met with him. He told me like his process of when he's painting. I said, well, how do you know when you're done? He's like, man, it's just instinct. I was like, this is it, I'm done. And I was like, but that don't make sense. I was like, but you got to know, like, what is it? He was like, man, I can be drawing something. And I'm like, that's it, I'm done.
You do. It speaks to you.
God.
It's like when I'm indecisive. If I'm in a store, it's hard to pick out something. So when something speaks to you, you're like, okay, this is it because this doesn't happen.
Okay, and you pay attention to that voice.
You do pay attention to that voice because you can't turn it off.
Gotcha.
When I make a piece, if it's not right, I'm going to keep touching it. If I'm looking at this piece and I'm like, I love this. I love it. That's when you have to stop. It's just, that's it. It's just like meeting that person. This is it. This is it.
Wow.
So you just have to know. I mean, and it's your work too.
Yeah.
So only you know.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a situation where it's like you kind of felt that it was done, but just like, well, what if I just add a couple more pieces to it? What if I do this and do that?
Oh yeah, that's that indecisive.
Okay.
You're always trying to change something.
Okay.
For sure, because you're your worst critic too.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's plenty of glass pieces. I'm like, no, that line could be fatter.
Okay.
Nah, I'm not sure about this. You gotta look a little crooked. I'll even
Yeah.
ask my kids, like, Donald, come out here and look at this for me.
Uh-huh.
So definitely a lot of times where that happens.
And then how do you deal with the critics when they have their own opinion about your work or what you should do and how your business should be structured and who you should talk to, how the show should be, how the event should be?
It gets frustrating. I just had a talk with my best friend about this yesterday. It can get frustrating. But at the end of the day, it's just that. They're critics.
Yeah.
They have their opinion. Everyone has their opinion. And you have to reset yourself once again and remember that it's not for everyone.
Right.
You're not for everyone. You're not everybody's friend. Everybody's not your friend.
Right.
Everyone has their opinion. You walk into a store, everyone's not going to buy the same clothes because they have their own style. So if you don't like it, compliment it and move on.
Right.
Or don't say anything.
Yeah. Right.
You just have to kind of take the positive out of it. Let's say, for example, you come to my show and you say, I don't like what you did because of this. Well, I have to remember that there's a lot of people that think like you. But there's also going to be someone that loves it, and there's a lot of people that thinks like them.
Yeah.
So what is it that you don't like? You don't like the colors? I have to think about that. Well, you do have to kind of, push towards your audience of who you're selling to. So maybe I could twerk it this way a little bit, but it still has to be something that I love.
Gotcha.
And what I make is what I love. Everything that I create is for me. So if you don't have my style, you just might not like it.
Gotcha.
So you just have to always find the positive of what someone is saying. Take the negative and wash it away.
Gotcha. And so you're not saying to totally dismiss everything that they're saying, but just have a balance to the way that you're dealing with those critics.
Right, and know their intentions. Because some people are just happy mops.
Explain that.
A happy mop is someone who just absorbs just negativity. You just find the worst in everything. You could say, they could come in and say it's a bad day outside, and you say, no, well, the sun is out. Yeah, but it could be warmer. Okay, there's nothing that's going to make you happy.
Right,
you're in a bad place.
Yeah.
And you're trying to bring me into it. Misery loves company.
That's right.
So at this point, kill them with kindness and just move on. Like, you're not going to rub that on me.
Yeah,
So,
and don't try to fight with them and try to get them to see your point, because I think that that's what a lot of entrepreneurs do, especially in this age on Facebook. So they'll post something and then somebody doesn't agree with their opinion or the way that their product or service is, and it's like, all right, well, the reason why I did is like sometimes you don't have to explain yourself. Like, you just leave it there.
You don't. I do sometimes. If I get a lot of flack, there's times when people have a lot of opinions about what I do.
Okay.
And I'll just get really frustrated. Like, okay, you know what? Today is just not the day. Today is not the day. Let me tell you this. And they're like, don't explain yourself.
Yeah.
Don't. You got to breathe it out and just go, you know what? Just, like I said, don't like my work. If you have so much to say about it, just don't like it. If you don't like it, do it yourself.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to become an artist.
Right.
Go research what I did,
Yeah.
create a skill, and go and do it better than me.
That's it.
Now have your own stuff.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? You don't like my glass work? Feel free to go etch something.
Right.
You don't like my paintings? Feel free to go make one yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because and I like what you said a little bit ago is that everything that you create, you have fallen in love with it. You like it. It was made for you. And I think that whether it's in music, whether it's in drawing, painting, books, you got to fall in love with it. You got to believe in yourself more than anybody else will. And again, their opinion shouldn't matter more than yours.
It shouldn't. Because you have to be happy with what you're doing.
Yeah.
And if you start making it for someone else, it's not yours anymore. Even when I make emotional pieces, I've done memorials, birthday presents that were really emotional for like sick moms or whatnot. But somewhere in that piece was love I put into it because I took my time and I created this. Like, I still have a touch in it.
Gotcha.
So I still have to love it even though it's not for me. But it's my work.
Gotcha.
So at the end of the day, if you don't like it, it's still my work. Like, you know what I mean? It's still my creation. I still done it with my hands. So I have to be happy with it. And once I'm happy with it, that's it.
I love that.
That's it.
I love that. So for other entrepreneurs that are just getting started, they have this fresh idea, but again, they're a little nervous, a little scared. What advice would you give them to get started?
Don't stop. just go for it. There's not too much I can say because it's a long road.
Yeah.
It is not easy. It is not easy. You may get blessed and meet the right person at the right time, be in the right place, and get the right opportunity, but not always. It does not always happen, and not everyone is handed it. But like I said, it's still not easy even if it was handed to you, because you have to bust your ass to maintain that.
Yeah.
So either way, it's hard work. It's a hard, long road, and it's continuous work. So you just have to be ready. You're either gonna do it or you're not. There's no in between. There's no gray area. I have work that I've stopped a long time ago, and I just didn't touch it. That's not for me. But if you really want something, you just gotta go for it, period.
I love that. So you said you have your show coming up. Can you tell them about the show, or where it's going to be? How can they sign up? How can they register?
Yes, I'm so excited. It's a free event. It is called a reveal launch. My show is called Get Laced, and it's a reveal launch, meaning I will not reveal what I have until I launch it that day at the show.
Nice.
That'll be the first look of what I have created. It is slightly like a bio. I'm gonna do a little presentation, a bio of myself. So you'll learn about me, as you know, a lot of questions that you asked. So I'll do a brief summary of things that I've created previously. I'll have some of my other work there, my glass work, so a few other things. I'll also give shout outs because we'll be networking. So there's a lot of businesses that I've partnered with along the way that will be there.
Gotcha.
And then I will be revealing my new item. It's a free event. It's at Swerve Grill in Shaker Heights on Chagrin Boulevard, and it starts at 4:30 to 7:30. And you could come get first looks and dibs at my new product.
Awesome. And now, is that this Saturday?
That is this Saturday.
Awesome.
At 4:30. And at the door, you will get your name in a raffle, so I'll be doing some drawings for a few prizes. So if you come and you're in attendance, you may get a chance to win a prize.
That's exciting. All right. Any last words as we get out of here?
No, I appreciate this time. Like, you had some really good questions. I love being transparent because I think a lot of people don't realize what they're going through is normal, and there's a lot more just like them. So I am like you, and you are like me. So we all go through our crap. We're all struggling. We're all trying to go somewhere and do something better.
Yeah.
But you have to want it. I want better. I want better for my kids.
That's it.
And so just know that everything that I do is from here. And as long as you stay prayerful and be honest and have a good spirit and a good heart and good intentions, things will work out for you.
I love that. How can I get in contact with you?
I am on Facebook under Butter Khan, Khan, or Scratch by Butter. It's my business site. I'm also on Instagram at Scratch the Artist or Scratch by Butter.
Love it. Well, Butter, thank you so much for your time. This evening has been a really, really great pleasure for me to be able to meet you and learn some of the great things that you're doing and hear your story. So you guys, we are out. Manny Hall Show, another great episode. Y'all be blessed. Peace.